What's up, guys? Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Well, after doing my last video on the cheapest throwing knives on Amazon, which that link should pop up right here, I decided to go and try to find the cheapest hatchets available, and I found these two, which both cost roughly the same. This one was $7.99 and this one was $7.83. Or wait, I think that's backwards. This one was $7.99. This one was $7.83. Anyway, I got the Ozark Trail hatchet, which came from Walmart. It seems like a pretty good hatchet. Doesn't look bad for the price. This handle's kind of questionable. And I got the Pittsburgh Hatchet from Harbor Freight. Let's go ahead and take this cover off, which definitely is pretty rough. Already has a big nick right in the blade. They're both 1 1/4 pound hatchets. Go ahead and open this one real quick. Alright, this is the Ozark Trail hatchet, which right off the bat, that edge is quite a lot better. Not very sharp, but definitely sharper than the Harbor Freight one. The thing's so thick that I don't think this is going to perform too well. It's pretty blunt. Ozark Trail definitely has a better shape to it, a lot thinner, much better bevel for the edge. And in the handles, it says this one is tubular steel, so it makes me wonder if it's hollow or not and how long something like that would actually last. And it has the real cheesy nail puller, which I doubt works very well. And this guy is pretty much straightforward. Nice fiberglass handle, which will probably last longer than this metal handle. But it is Harbor Freight, and you never know. Let's go ahead and go out in the yard and do a little testing, see how they hold up to start, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a much better edge on them and test them again and see how well they hold up. Alright guys, we got our two hatchets here, both untouched, haven't done nothing to either one, right out of the packages with their factory edges. I'm going to go ahead and swing each one of these 20 times at this piece of oak I got here, which is Gamble oak. It's a very hard piece of wood, and we'll see the difference in how they perform. Go ahead and start with That's 20. Let's go ahead and try the Ozark Trail one. There's an up-close shot of both of them, and there's not any clear difference at this point. They're both pretty damn dull. Don't have much of an edge at all. The edges on the axes really aren't any worse than they were when I started. But now let's go ahead and sharpen them up and see which one holds an edge better. Alright, something I just noticed, guys. Out of the two axes, the Harbor Freight one is definitely bigger. Even though they weigh the same, I'm pretty sure it's because this one's got the cutout for the handle and this is a solid head. That explains the size difference with the same weight. But we'll see which one performs better soon enough. Get them nice and sharp. just dramatically changed the bevels on both of these. Brought them way up and gave it a much better cutting angle. Should work 10 times better. Went ahead and got them both sharp enough to shave with. And it'll definitely shave you. I don't know if you can see that hair on there or not, but there's a bunch of it. That's a Harbor Freight axe. Didn't think you could get something like that razor sharp. Here's the other one. Also razor sharp. Whew, geez, that thing will take it all off. I think both of these axes will perform 10 times better now with that being sharpened that way. Let's go ahead and see which one holds its edge better. Alright, we're back to our piece of Gamble Oak. Go ahead and try the Harbor Freight one first. It's razor sharp edge. 20 swings. Well, it definitely went a lot deeper than the first time. The edge is still partially there. It's definitely still sharp. And amazingly, it'll still shave after that. Alright. Now the Ozark Trail axe. 20 swings. Whew. That one definitely went a little deeper than the first one. These axes cut a lot better when you put a proper edge on them. The edge on it still feels very sharp. Will it shave? It will in fact shave still. Alright guys, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I didn't think either one of these would be able to shave after chopping on some oak. And amazingly, both of them held up. Now, on to the next test. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and try to split this piece of elm here. We'll start with the Ozark Trail axe. This piece is roughly only about 10 inches thick, so it should be, a hatchet should be able to handle it. So we'll see. Maybe not. However, we will try this too. Hatchet is made for splitting too. Alright. Overall, that held up pretty well. The back's got a few little dings, but nothing major. The edge still feels razor sharp. So let's try it the other way around. The Harbor Freight axe. That was a hard piece of wood to split. Let's give it another try here at this piece. Alright. Well, there's definitely a clear difference between these two when it comes to splitting. The Harbor Freight one does not like to go through that wood too easy. Pretty sure it's because it's so thick. Ozark Trail axe tapers quite a bit more before it gets thicker, and I think that's making a pretty big difference. And the edge does seem to be holding up on the Harbor Freight axe as well. Let's see what these two axes will do to an old telephone pole. 20 swings. 20 with the Harbor Freight one. They definitely are holding their edges well, and pretty similar in the chop test. Not too bad. Alright guys, in this test, because this is the way most axes break, is when you end up missing and you hit the handle and it breaks the handle one way or another. So I'm going to go ahead and intentionally miss and hit the other axe just like that. Let's see how well they hold up. I'll do this one first. There's 10 whacks to it, and there's a little bit of a flat spot going on, but no real damage to it. Let's try it the other way around here. This metal tube handle, this will be interesting. Within 6 swings, the handle fails. It is in fact a two handle. Wow, that did not take much. Well, that was an interesting test. Who would have thought a Harbor Freight axe would have outdone any other axe for that matter? But it did. At least the handle did anyway. This handle, during the last test, completely collapsed. The handle is in fact hollow, and on top of that, the rubber grip that goes over this bar is loosened up pretty dramatically and is already starting to twist and do all kinds of weird shit. And the Harbor Freight one stands strong. Nothing wrong with it at all. Still looks perfect. The interesting thing about this test is I feel that the axe head on this one seems to perform better. It cut better. It has a better angle for chopping and everything. And it held a better edge. Even though they both are still very sharp, this one is still pretty pristine and definitely will shave you. Still, even after hitting all that wood and everything. And this axe head seemed to have a lot of resistance getting pounded in or just trying to split it all. It's a lot thicker, and I'm pretty sure that's the cause of it. But overall, the Harbor Freight $7.99 axe outperformed the Ozark Trail axe, which I would have never guessed that. And the Harbor Freight axe is also still shaving sharp. Not quite as sharp, but it still does have an edge and does shave. Well, if you like this video, please let me know. Like and subscribe, and let me know below in the comments if you think I should do any other comparisons, or if you want to see another cheapest type product. Just go ahead and let me know, and more than likely I'll take you up on it. Thanks for watching, and everybody have a great rest of your day.